Hello everyone, welcome to Literature Warriors. So in this video I'm discussing the context questions in 2019 paper. So it's actually a Zoom lesson I have done, and there I'm discussing the context questions with the marking scheme. What do the lines communicate about the speaker's feelings towards her? So, speaker's feelings. So, in that type of questions, you need to write the feelings, more than one feeling. So, please don't write only one feeling, because sometimes it might be wrong, because you can write some similar feelings which you what you mean. So, what do the lines communicate about the speaker's feelings towards her? Well, so the love of a mother, strong attachment, anxiety, concern, fear of losing her daughter, yearning to be close to her, close to the daughter. So you can write some of these. The love of the mother, we actually get into our mind the love of mother. So these lines arouse the feelings of the love of mother, strong attachment between the parents and the children, and the fear of parents losing their children. And also you can write naming that mother and daughter, like that. Also you can write just mentioning mother and daughter also. Otherwise you can write those parents love towards their children. Well, so that is the second one. And then the third one, we kept steadying ourselves on the seats. No one spoke, no one uttered a sound. Okay, so this is taken from The Wave, a memoir of life after the tsunami by Sonali Darnegala. Well, so there, the first question is, from which work are these lines taken? Who wrote them? So the way you can write, these lines have been taken from the prose or The Wave, a memoir of life after the tsunami by Sonal Darnegala, or you can write like this as well. You are getting marks for that. Then B, why couldn't the characters keep steady on their seats? Why didn't they speak? So, why didn't they speak? So, if you don't speak, that is something, that's some trouble. Because we are always keeping silent when that is a trouble, or when we are shocked or scared. Okay, so why couldn't the characters keep steady on their seats? Remember, in this question also there are two questions, so you can get the 2 marks easily. So it says, it was floating, the wheels were no longer dripping the ground, more water is coming in, and water level is increasing. You can remember that this is the moment that the narrator got into a truck uh, to get saved from the tsunami wave. So here you can see this incident. It was floating. The truck was floating. The wheels were no longer dripping the ground, and they caught by the tsunami wave. The incident is that. So if you write something similar to this, you will get marks, 1 mark for that question. And why didn't they speak? Because they are shocked, they were scared, shocked, or they were undergoing a tense situation. They were in a great tension. So if you write some similar answers like this, you are getting marks. The 2 marks will be given for you. Right, then the third C, part C is, what is the situation that made the characters behave in this way? So you know the situation, this is the tsunami. So it was some crucial incident, unforgettable incident in Sri Lanka. So the tsunami wave, a tidal wave, the vehicle they were traveling began to float. So this is the incident, and you can write some similar things here. See, here the answer have been given. If the candidate describes, explains the situation without mentioning tsunami, marks can be offered. Now see, if you don't mention or see the context, now we know tsunami because we are Sri Lankans, and most of us have been experienced it, but somebody else couldn't understand the real name, couldn't know, the person didn't know the real name, but can understand the situation. There is something, a big commotion is happening because of there's a tidal wave and they are going to drown or something like that. So here, uh, if the candidates also without now, like, see, you can see the a tidal wave without mentioning the word tsunami, you can write a tidal wave. Or you can see in a crucial, this is a crucial situation where the narrator and her family members are going to drown, or they are going to caught by a tidal wave, and they are floating at the moment. So that this tense situation has been created by that big commotion. Well, so yeah, moving on to the next one. That is question 4, context 4. I told you not to, and now I tell you that you may, came the voice from the rainwater tank rather impatiently. Okay, this is a very significant thing in the short story, The Lumber Room. This is the situation that Nicola's aunt has been fallen into the rainwater tank, and now she was impatiently screaming for help. So, from which text are these lines taken? Who wrote them? It's from Lumber Room, The Lumber Room. So, remember when you are writing the name, the title of the context, please use the if it is there. The is if the is there, you have to use the. And who wrote them? It's, you can write Saki, either you can write H. Munro or Hector Hugh Munro. Anything you can write. I think most of you remember the term Saki, The Lumber Room by Saki. Well, so that is his uh, name that he has used when he was writing the things, but the real name is this. However, it's okay to write Saki. And then B, who speaks these words? To whom are they spoken? Well, so this is exactly the words of the aunt of Nicholas. And the aunt. The aunt speaks these words to Nicola. That's also correct. Or you can divide the two questions and write like this as given here. The aunt of Nicola, or the aunt to Nicola. Right. Then C, question C. What aspect of the speaker's character is reflected in these lines? What aspect of speaker's characters? Now you can just consider, I told you not to, and now I tell you that you may. Now see, this person is really authoritative. When she says the things to do, the others should do them. If she says no, the others should not. In a way, she is very rude, arrogant, and very cruel, and she's as well as she's authoritative. And you can see the word itself given impatiently. So this lady is also impatient. And her hypocrisy, inconsistency, opportunistic nature, and cunning. So hypocrisy, because earlier uh, the aunt has prohibited Nicola to go to the gooseberry garden. So now she herself asks Nicola to come to the gooseberry garden and to help her. So that is the hypocrisy, because earlier she told no and now she's asking the same thing that she has said no. Okay, so opportunistic nature means the opportunistic nature. Now here this, so inconsistency means she is not constant in her thoughts. She is changing her thoughts always. And opportunistic nature means now the opportunity has come because she has fallen in trouble. Earlier she has made number of restrictions for Nicola. Now in this opportunity, she wants Nicola to come to the gooseberry garden and help her. Well, and she's also cunning in the sense. That's why she's telling, I told you not to, and now I tell you that you may. Well, right, so that is it. If you write some of these, at least two of these characteristics, so the character, you have to write the characteristics actually. You can also add some more here. She's authoritative. Those things also consider as the correct answers. Well, then let me move on to the next one. So that is question 5. Context 5. Buy, what's buy? What's nice things? What do you want beside me? Okay. So from which text are these lines taken? From which text are these lines taken? Who wrote them? So there, you can see this is taken from the drama Twilight of a Crane. So it's written by Yuzua Junji Kinoshita. So please remember the author's name properly and the spellings of it. Otherwise, you will lose marks for that. And then, who is the speaker? To whom are the words spoken? So this is actually the incident where Yo-Yo is asking Sue to make another Senba Ori, because the two cunning people, Anzu and Sodo, has persuaded Yo-Yo to ask it from Sue. So there, Yo-Yo is persuading Sue to make another Senba Ori, telling that they can earn a lot of money out of it. So well, so At that time, Sue is talking to Yo-Yo, telling they were spending a nice, beautiful life before, and buy what's buy? What's nice thing? What do you want beside me? Except me, what are the nice things that you want? What do you want to buy except me? So she's questioning. So who speaks these words? Sue speaks these words. Sue speaks these words to Yo-Yo. So it's better if you write it to Yo-Yo, because in one line also you can answer this question. Sue speaks these words to Yo-Yo. Then question C. What themes of the drama are reflected in these words? So I have already told you, Yo-Yo, the cunning people, Ansu and Sodo, wants to earn more money. So they are money-minded people, and but Sue and Yo-Yo had some spiritual uh, values. They had love, their relationship is spiritually done, and innocence, beauty, everything were there with them. But once these people attacked them, those people are full of uh, materialistic values. So they are money minded people, and they don't care about love. They are materialist, they have materialistic minds, and no spiritual relationships. So the themes are reflected. Money wins over love. At the end you can see money wins over love, and materialism and spiritual relationships, innocence and genuineness of nature. So here you can also write money mindedness versus love, materialism versus spiritual relationship, innocence versus genuineness of nature. So here you can just mention that money mindedness is represented by Ansu and Sudo, while love is represented by Sue and Yoyo. And in the same way, materialism is represented by Anzu and Zodo. Spiritual relationship is represented by the couple Sue and Yo-Yo. In the same way, you can write a line about that also if you feel like writing some more. Then, next one. This is the last context question, and it says, you mourned him, and quite right, but you can't go on weeping and wearing and mourning forever. So from which text these lines taken? Who wrote them? That is The Bear by Anton Chekhov. Who speaks these words to whom? So Luca speaks these words to Popua. Well, the next question is, how would you describe the speaker's attitude to the behavior of the person spoke to? So you have to clearly understand the question. How would you describe the speaker's attitude to the behavior of the person spoken to? So these words are spoken to Popoa. So you have to write the attitudes, the attitudes that you get. Speaker's attitude. Now these words have been spoken to Popoa. So the speaker is Luca. So you have to write Luca's attitudes towards Popoa. Right. So the attitudes are sympathetic, cynical. He wants the mistress to be happy. So this is it. You have to write more adjectives here: sympathetic, sad, cynical, and if you explain like this, he wants the mistress to be happy. All right, so that is the end of the context questions in 2019 paper.